We lost one of our cast members this past week. Mindy Eden, who voiced Rose Ricotta, passed. Mindy was a special talent. She was an actress, a comedian, but more than anything, Mindy was a friend. I first met her a couple of years ago, and she's working with us on a dinner theater. She had so much life, and that's the reason why it's so sad to see her go. When we had the idea to put together this podcast, she's one of the first to volunteer to be one of the voices. Mindy, we love you and we miss you, and we want to dedicate this episode to you.
Ace Johnson, Episode 11, The Van is Found. Developed from the book Ace of Hearts by Gary W. Bryant. Executive Producer, Editor, Studio K. Director, Gary W. Bryant. Music Producer, Jordan Roush. Clarinet Solos, Olivia Uten. Sound Effects, Blake Kraft. In this episode, you will hear the voices of Gary W. Bryant as the narrator and Ace Johnson, Bonnie Jean Blankenship as Anna, Sammy Norman as Michael and Daniel, Kristen Duff as Lily, Christina Bentley as Kathy Williams, Penny Trent Norman as Shirley, Chris Campbell as Lieutenant Hal Spears.
Sunday morning came in shifts for my household. I was first to get up for cereal and coffee. Next, the smell of coffee stirred Anna, and finally the twins managed to join the living. Following breakfast, Anna sent the twins to dress for church, using Lily as incentive for them to dress quickly and correctly in khakis, check shirts, and dress shoes. Their shirts were different colors, at Daniel's insistence.
I don't want to be confused with my Neanderthal brother, especially since I'm the one that Lily likes. The only reason she paid attention to you, you dope, is that she thought she was talking to me.
We picked up Kathy first, then drove to pick up Lily. Lily popped out of her door as soon as we pulled into the driveway, wearing the dress that Kathy had given her for her birthday and carrying the clarinet. Her hair was pulled back, and for the first time since I'd met her, she was wearing makeup. She climbed into the seat behind Kathy, next to Anna.
Hello.
Hi, you look so pretty.
Thank you.
That dress looks so good on you. It's perfect.
Thank you. I really appreciate you buying it for me. Hi, Ace. Do you think I look nice?
You look radiant, young lady.
Thank you. Hi, Daniel. Hi, Michael.
How can you tell us apart? Hardly anyone can tell us apart. Even Mom gets it wrong sometimes.
I can tell.
How do you do it?
Lily looked at Anna, pulled a tuft of her hair.
Daniel has a small cowlick just off his forehead.
Anna nodded and looked back at Daniel to confirm Lily's statement. Her eyes widened, and she turned back to Lily.
You're right, he does. I never noticed it.
The First Baptist Church of Allen was the town's oldest church, founded in 1827. The current building was a large brick structure with a towering white steeple and beautiful stained glass windows, each depicting a different scene from the life of Jesus. Unfortunately, the original building, a wood structure, was burned in 1950s.
You know, I haven't been to church since I was little.
We're glad you're with us today.
I'm glad too.
The inside of the church had wall-to-wall red carpet with 2 rows of pews. Pews were made of oak and lacquered to a shine. They had high backs and padded seats. The walls were painted white. A pulpit that matched the pews sat in the center of the stage in the front. A cross was carved into the front of the pulpit. The choir sat behind the pulpit just in front of the baptistry. I went to my usual pew on the right about halfway toward the front. I gathered my group next to the pew, then motioned for the boys to sit first. But they jostled for position once they realized Lily would sit next to them. Anna grabbed each of the boys by the nape of the neck, then looked at Lily.
Would you mind sitting between them?
Sure, that'll be okay.
past the others to Lily as everyone sang. Her expression was gleeful as she sang, showing no anxiety for being in a place she didn't usually go. I wondered if the source of her bliss was church attendance or being there with my family. She looked at me and smiled. I thought back to the day I met her in the park and how she had evolved so much since that day. She seemed much more confident now, and I hoped I had something to do with that transition. I knew Kathy deserved significant credit. Now, with my family as the backdrop, I could see her growing even more. Did you enjoy the service, Lily?
I did very much. I hadn't been in church for so long, but somehow I felt very comfortable.
You know, the music was great, the sermon was great, but it adds to the service when you're with the right people. I hate not being at my church, but this was my most enjoyable service in a long time.
I agree. I admit I don't make it to church every Sunday. I should do a better job getting the boys there, but sometimes the weeks are long and I get tired. So I end up sleeping in on Sundays. I love being here with you all.
I love being with all of you so much.
The younger members of our group, including Lily, wanted to eat at McDonald's for lunch. Kathy and Anna looked at me, hoping I would save them. I think I have a better idea, kids. Do you like pie?
What kind of pie?
The good kind. There was some debate, especially when I told them Adele's was a 35-minute drive, but I finally convinced them the food would be worth it. I leaned over to Kathy. I want Anna to meet Shirley. Once she meets her, she'll understand why I'm helping to find the girls. Perhaps it would also give Shirley some comfort that we're still trying. Besides, I love their food.
I think that's a good idea. It would be hard to say no to you helping Shirley after Anna meets her.
Lily and the boys played travel games on the way to Simpsonville. It didn't wholly distract them, but I only heard "Are we there yet?" a couple of times. We finally arrived and found a parking space a good distance away from the diner. I guess they get a pretty decent after-church lunch crowd.
I hope Shirley's working.
We quickly discovered that finding seating was as challenging as finding parking. I didn't see an empty table anywhere, and a group of people waited at the counter. I spotted Shirley taking an order at a table. She looked in our direction and smiled. She took the order to the window, then rushed over to us.
Hi, guys. It's good to see you again. Who are these people with you?
This is my daughter, Anna, her two sons, Daniel and Michael, and our good friend, Lily. My daughter and her two sons are visiting from St. Louis. I wanted them to meet you.
It's nice to meet you. Would you like a table?
Yes, but it looks like a table will be hard to come by.
For you, Ace, I have a table.
Shirley took us to the table that a busboy was clearing.
Will this work?
Absolutely. Thank you. Don't you have people waiting?
I do, but you'll always be at the front of the line.
Shirley laid the menus on the table and then took our drink orders. I noticed she paid close attention to Lily.
You look lovely in that dress, young lady. You remind me so much of my Christy.
Before Lily could respond, Shirley hurried off to get the drinks. Her daughter Christy was one of the girls taken. Christy was one of the first in the area, best I can tell. Judging from the missing person reports, people like her are why I'm trying to help find these missing girls.
I understand, Dad, but, I just want you safe. I realize I can't keep you locked up in a padded room. I see Shirley, and I know she's suffering. I can only imagine how I would feel if someone took one, or heaven forbid, both boys. I just wondered how she keeps working.
Your dad and I talked about that when we were here before. I guess when you're hurting, you just have to figure out how to keep going forward. She probably works to stay busy physically and rest her mind from her terrible thoughts.
I guess you're right. The worst thing you could do is be alone with your thoughts. But it must still be horrible when she gets off work and gets home.
Shirley returned with our drink orders. She smiled at us, though her eyes were red.
Here are your drinks. What can I get you to eat?
What do you recommend?
Well, hun, it's all good. But if you like roast beef, that's the special of the day, and it's super tender.
Okay, I'll have that.
Kathy and I both ordered the roast beef. Mike ordered a cheeseburger and fries, and Daniel ordered the chicken strips with fries.
Can I have the double cheeseburger and fries?
You might want to save room for some pie. Our pies are the best.
Oh, I still have room for the pie.
Shirley shook her head, then took the orders to the kitchen. I felt my phone vibrate in my pocket. I pulled out and looked at the screen. It was Hal. I decided not to answer it in front of Lily. I didn't want her to know I was checking out Ted. I excused myself to go to the restroom. Once inside the restroom, I returned Hal's call. Hi, Hal. Did you find out anything about our friend Ted Lancer?
His story checks out about where he lives and the insurance company. But he has a record. He was charged with possession of child pornography a couple of years ago. The case ended up dropping, but it was interesting. I can't find the reason the DA dropped the charge.
I processed what Hal had just told me.
Are you still there?
Yes, I'm still here. Ted's dating a lady I met recently, and she has a teenage daughter. Can you think of anything we can do to protect her?
That's a tough one, Ace. Since the charges were dropped, he isn't on the sexual predator list, so there isn't much we can do. But if I were you, I would keep an eye on the girl.
I felt a knot in the pit of my stomach. How could I protect Lily this time? She would be with us most of the day, but we would eventually have to take her home. Also, I considered the connection between Ted and Reynolds, and the past. Could it be a coincidence? I didn't think so. Thanks, Hal. I'll talk to you later.
You're welcome. Hey, Ace, say hello to Anna for me.
I went back to the table, and the food soon arrived. The magic of Adele's food and everyone's extreme hunger stopped the most conversation. The meal was consumed in what must have been close to record time. Now we must have pie.
Dad, I don't have anywhere to put pie.
I understand, but pie is a necessity. You'll understand when you taste it.
Kathy and I worked on Anna until she conceded and ordered a slice of apple pie with some vanilla ice cream to split with Kathy. Lily and I each ordered a piece of pecan pie, also with vanilla ice cream. Finally, the twins each ordered a slice of chocolate pie. Shirley brought the pie a short time later with a special piece for Lily.
This one's on me.
She put her hand on Lily's shoulder as she placed the pie in front of her. Shirley had added a slight caramel drizzle to Lily's vanilla ice cream.
Thank you.
You're welcome, sweetheart.
Oh my, this is good.
After we polished off the pie, Shirley brought the check to the table. She looked at me sadly. I could see the pain in her eyes. I dreaded the question I knew was coming next.
Have you found out anything about Christy?
No, Shirley. I'm deeply sorry, but I won't give up.
I know you won't. I have confidence in you and faith in God. I feel Him working through you. That gives me some comfort, as much as I can have with my baby missing.
I paid the check. As we left, Lily walked up to Shirley and opened her arms. The two hugged for what seemed like a long time. I watched as Lily said something to Shirley. When they separated, tears ran down both their cheeks. Shirley put her hand softly on the side of Lily's face, quickly pulled back, and promptly walked to the restroom. What did you say to her, Lily?
I promised her that we would find her daughter. I told her that I would help.
It was a long ride back to Allen. Everyone was miserable from too much food consumption, but the quiet had more to do with how hard it was to escape the pain we'd seen in Shirley. We decided to go to Kathy's house. We settled into our living room, everyone still nearly in a food coma.
Do you feel like playing for us, Lily?
Yes.
Lily quickly grabbed her clarinet and a folder with some sheet music. She frowned.
I forgot my clarinet stand.
I may have something that'll work.
Kathy disappeared from the room and returned with an easel.
That'll work.
Lily carefully assembled the clarinet, placed the music on the easel, and began to play. As she played, her expression changed to one of intense concentration. She became one with the clarinet. Anna looked at me and smiled. Lily finished her first piece of music, then broke from her trance to receive hearty applause from the room. Her teenage countenance returned. Bravo!
That clarinet never sounded that good when I played it. You're wonderful.
Thank you. I'm going to try to play the Copland Clarinet Concerto solo. I've tried to play it a couple of times since you gave it to me. I'm not very good at it, but I want to play it for you.
Lily played it through. I knew that she hit a few sour notes only by the expression on her face when she failed to play the note to her standard. To me, she sounded perfect. I was mesmerized by her playing. I looked at Anna. She was intensely focused on Lily's playing as well. Anna had been the first chair in high school and in college, where she minored in music and played in the woodwind ensemble. She knew music, and I could see how much she appreciated Lily's playing. Lily once again received applause.
You play beautifully. That's a difficult piece. It's amazing that you could play it so quickly at the level you just played. I'm confident you can master it. You're extremely talented, young lady. If you choose, you have a bright future ahead of you in music.
Thank you. If I can, I'd like to continue playing after high school.
You're certainly good enough.
It had been a long day. We decided to go home after Lily finished playing. Anna hugged Kathy.
I'll leave in the morning to drive back to St. Louis. It was great meeting you. I'm sure you can keep Dad in line, and I'm so happy he met you.
I'm so glad I got to meet you. You can tell a lot about a man by his children. If I ever had any doubt, meeting you confirmed that he's a great man. It was nice meeting your boys as well. Take care of your mom.
We will.
I kissed Kathy bye, and we left to take Lily home. When we arrived at Lily's house, I was relieved to find that Ted's red Mustang wasn't in the driveway. Everyone got out of the SUV with Lily, and she hugged Michael first.
It was nice meeting you, Michael.
Nice meeting you, too.
It was nice meeting you, Daniel. Keep trying different foods.
I will. It was nice meeting you.
I can keep up with you guys on social media. I want to hear how you do in baseball this summer.
It was great meeting you. Dad was right. You're a special young lady. I know he thinks a lot of you.
Lily looked at me and smiled. I smiled back at her.
Thank you. It was great meeting you, too. Will you follow me on social media?
I sure will, young lady.
I'll see you again soon, Lily.
Yes, you will. Thank you for such a wonderful day. Thank you for letting me meet your family. Ace, I can't forget Shirley, and I want to help you any way I can.
You're welcome, Lily. I'm glad my family had the opportunity to meet you, and we'll find another way you can help Shirley. You've helped a lot already. As I drove home, I thought about Shirley and tried hard to think of anything I may have missed. I thought there had to be another clue out there somewhere.
Dad, I had an incredible weekend. I'm so glad I came. I talked to John last night, and we talked about how worried we were about you before I arrived. Being here has certainly eased my mind. Of course, I still want you to be careful, but I know Kathy will take care of you. She's a great lady, Dad, and you were so right about Lily. I know you love the boys, but I have always thought you would love to have a granddaughter to dote on. I remember how you were with me when I was Lily's age.
I'm glad you met Kathy and Lily. The two of them have done so much to improve my life. I think I'm good for Lily, too. I certainly hope so. I hate to see you and the boys leave tomorrow. It's been great having you, and hopefully it won't be so long before you come visit again.
You know, Dad, the road goes both ways. Don't tell me you've gotten too old to drive to the city.
No, not too old. You're right. I do need to come visit. It'd be great to see the boys play baseball or any other sport. I sadly saw Anna and the boys off the following day before settling down for breakfast and coffee. Before I could take the first bite, my phone rang. It was Hal.
Hi, Ace. I have some news. We found that white van last night. It seemed abandoned on the road in the park near the county line. A couple of campers reported it. We ran the plates. It's registered to a rental company in Chicago. It had been reported missing, of course. When we checked the lease, we hit a dead end. We also found no fingerprints. It had front-end damage on the driver's side.
Front-end damage? I have an idea. Check with Catfish down in Simpsonville. A vehicle struck and killed a girl who witnessed one of the kidnappings. She provided a description and could identify the kidnapper, and I think he may have killed her.
I'll give him a call. We'll check for blood or tissue. Maybe the guy missed something when he cleaned it. Oh, something else. There was another girl reported missing over in Wesley. She could have been the girl you saw in Jacques. She matched the description you gave. She's 16. My guess is she agreed to meet him there because it was a public place. A friend dropped her off. From there, the guy probably talked her into leaving with him.
Poor girl. We need to catch this guy and anyone else involved.
We will.
Will Hal be able to trace the van to the kidnapper? Is the van somehow connected to Reynolds? Catch all of our episodes on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, or your favorite podcast outlet. Subscribe to our Patreon, Ace Johnson, Mysteries with Heart, for extra behind-the-scenes features. You can find the book, Ace of Hearts, on Amazon.com and Kindle Unlimited.